Welcome to the very first episode of the Splendid Indie Music Showcase. I'm your host, Kevin Jones, and I've got some great music for you today. But first I wanted to say a little bit about what this show is all about. I turned 12 in the year 1990. This was right after the end of New Wave, and right before grunge really hit, and I didn't feel like I connected to most of the popular music that you could hear on the radio or on MTV during the day. Luckily, I discovered a magical show on Sunday nights between 11 p.m. and 1 a.m. called 120 Minutes. And this is a show that played weird music you couldn't hear pretty much anywhere else except maybe college radio. This is a revelation to me. I could discover all these bizarre new bands that you couldn't really find out about otherwise. They would play acts like Bjork, They Might Be Giants, Lush, and Sonic Youth. And most of the music I listened to at the time came from bands that I had seen on 120 Minutes. It was my key to this new world of music. And it wasn't just the music they played, it was also the hosts of the show, like Matt Pinfield. They really made you feel like they cared about the music. I remember Matt Pinfield, before every video, he'd come on and he would tell you some kind of trivia or give you background about the band. So you felt like this wasn't some corporately arranged playlist by people who didn't really care about the music. Like, you felt like there was a real connection going on. And fast forward to now, when we have the internet, there's more options than ever before to find out about new music. We don't have to be limited to things like MTV. You can find out about music through Amazon, through iTunes, Bandcamp, Spotify. The problem isn't that there's not enough options. The problem is there's too many options. So how do you sort through all of the noise out there and really find the music that speaks to you and your musical tastes? And that is where the Splendid Indie Music Showcase comes in. I'll be trying to find some great obscure bands to expose you to. I'll maybe include some better known acts like Radiohead or the Decemberists. And I'll also be looking at some entries from the vault, maybe going back to the 2000s or 1990s to find some indie rock gems that you might never have heard of. And the first video on our very first show is by the band called Weaves from Toronto, Ontario. The song is from their self-titled debut album, and this song is called Tick.